The Florida Firecats. We'll find out when we come back. You're listening to Boomer 95.3.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light. Whoa!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Ooh.
Goo Goo Car Wash, your one-stop shop for all your car care needs. Start with a gasoline fill-up with quality Coastal gasoline products. Next, pull in for a 10-minute oil change and 10-point vehicle inspection. Goo Goo features quality Pennzoil products. And don't forget to pamper your car with a discounted all-cloth car wash with a purchase of an oil change. Goo Goo Car Wash is fast, car-friendly, and conveniently located at 3101 Mercury Drive. With over 25 years of satisfied customers. Let the Goo Goo Car Wash Goo Goo you.
Dreaming of new ideas to make your home more beautiful and unique? A water pond, waterfall, rock fireplace, landscaping with extraordinary gardens? Dirty Work specializes in all you'll need. We have the largest inventory in the area of natural stones and rocks, along with sands, mulches, and gravels. From buckets to truckloads, Dirty Works delivers to homeowners, landscapers, builders, and developers. See Jerry or Miss Faye, the Rock Lady, 5200 Hamilton Road, Columbus.
Since 1977, Energy Savers has provided top-notch maintenance and quality installations. But don't take our word for it. Listen to our customers.
We appreciated your swift and conscientious response.
They took meticulous care with our home.
I was impressed by your technicians' knowledge and strong work ethic.
We love our new energy-saving carrier and the same as cash financing.
See for yourself. Get a carrier now and make no payments until next year at Energy Savers.
0.3. So the ball will be second down from the 4-yard line. Mastroli stands under center. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side. Mastroli dropping back, fires over, throws it a little short. He was looking for Anthony Dixon.
Great pressure by Chuck Webb, forcing the throw.
So it'll be a third down chance here on the second play of the third quarter, or the fourth quarter. Check that. 14 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the season. Columbus trailing by 7, but Florida's got their back to the wall on their own 4-yard line. Mastroli comes to the line. 2 wide receivers to his left. That is Sutton along with Magic Benton. To the far side up close is Anthony Dixon, and Benton's going to join him as he becomes the man in motion. Mastroli in his own end zone, looking over the middle, throws it wide, looking for Dixon that time, couldn't find him, and it's 4th down, and oh, things are looking difficult. What kind of play will be called here by the first-year head coach, Ben Bennett?
Good tough-nosed defense here by the Columbus Wardogs, and like I said before, getting an opportunity to defend against the field, not deep in their own territory.
Brandon Kornblue is out there. He is so good on the year, 12 of 31, along of 45 yards, but this one considerably farther. This one's going to be around 62 yards. So this is as good as a punt. Desmond Washington is back to receive. The kick is high and out of the back of the end zone. Oh, what a break for Columbus. The snap goes over the head of the holder, Kanan Lamb, and that is a safety for the Wardogs.
Well, I tell you what, I like that when you get points without the clock even ticking.
13:25 remaining and a safety on a field goal snap. Wow, what a chance now as Kornblue didn't even get a chance, an opportunity to punt it. We're going to keep it right here as the teams put out their offensive and defensive squads respectively. Kornblue's got to kick off.
Now this game is going to be really interesting here coming down the stretch, and we remembered the last time we were in this building how it ended. The last play of the game, Terrence Samuel, a name that you've probably been hearing more and more each and every week, was the man of the hour the last time we played in the building, obviously catching the game-winning touchdown and then actually scoring the 2-point conversion to clinch the victory with no time left on the clock.
And all we've heard about the Firecats over the last couple of weeks, they've been hot, but they're not finishers.
As we did hear that. And speaking of Terrence Samuels tonight, 8 catches, 123 yards, and 4 touchdown catches. Sherrod Poteet, 21 of 28 for 229 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 2 costly interceptions.
Costly. So here's Kornblue, who's going to kick it off. Washington, along with Jones, are deep. The left-footed kicker kicks it high, but it will be short, taking it to the back of the end zone and bouncing out of the hands of Desmond Washington. And again, Columbus will start from its own 5-yard line.
Well, they got to do it the hard way. You know, they defended on the long field, and now the offense needs to drive it the length of the field. And you know what, Justin, it just feels much better when you do it the hard way.
Maybe, but at one point in the season, Columbus was top 5 in kickoff return yardage. They're now 15th, and after tonight, they're going to be 20th.
Yes.
It has not been pretty. But somehow they're still in this game with 12:45 remaining and the clock rolling. Poteet comes up. He's got 2 men to his right. That is Porter, and now the man in motion coming is Jones. All day in the pocket. He's looking for Porter down at the 10. Porter's got it at the 5. He's rolled down just 4 yards shy of pay dirt. A big pickup of 40 yards. Sherrod Poteet to Misha Porter, and there's life in the Columbus Civic Center.
I tell you, Shamisha Porter got down the sideline like that with some quickness, and you know, we didn't know this guy as a speed guy, but apparently Coach Fouquet knows something, sending the guy, and that's the second time actually that Misha has caught a deep ball. The first one was called back, but what a timely catch.
He was able to put the burners on Carlos McLaren, the second-year man out of Illinois. And, oh, man, what a play. Maybe the biggest catch of the year for Porter. He's in on the far side as the wideout. Reggie Jones and Terrence Samuel trading spaces as they go trips to the far side. That is Poteet's left. Really quickly drops it off to Jones on the screen pass, trying to head over to the end zone. He'll make it to the 2 before being knocked out of bounds by Roy Stabler. They tried to set up the swing pass with a lot of blockers out in front. They get a gain of 2. It's second down and goal. .11:20, clock continues to roll here in the 4th quarter. That's all that's left in the season for the Wardogs, and if Florida loses and the cards fall right, they may not make it into the playoffs if they lose. They'll stack their wide receivers, trips to the wide side. Poteet's going to take it himself. He bowls over one tackler and gets into the end zone. Sherrod scores his 2nd touchdown of the game, and he's headed out of the building. He just ran to the elevator by the Wardogs offices. Maybe he needs a drink of water.
Maybe so.
He's still not back in the building. Poteet with the score, and Columbus is up by a point. He ran out the other side. Poteet runs out the left side alcove, runs all the way around the building, and comes in the right side. He's a little fired up. Reminded me of Bo Jackson when he kept running on that game against the Seahawks on Monday Night Football. Here's Ty Dollinger with a chance, and now Joe Valencia is running with it, going for 2, stretching for the corner. He made it in. Joe Valencia scores a 2-point conversion on the surprise play by the Columbus Wardogs. And what a moment as the Wardogs go up 3 with 10 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Pandemonium in the Columbus Civic Center. You are listening to the Wardogs on Boomer 95.3. Holy cow. Did he do that? He did that on his own, didn't he? Because of the bad snap.
No. Yeah, that's a call play.
All right. Yeah. It was only about 10 minutes ago on the clock that Columbus was down by 14 and quickly being run out of the game, but now they're leading by 3. Dollinger's kick is short, will be taken by Dixon a yard deep. He's up to the 5, trying to get away at the 10, somehow gets over to the far boards at the 15. Now he's up to the 20 before being knocked out of bounds by Misha Porter. A good return by Anthony Dixon as he just didn't give up on the play But since Columbus was trailing by 14, they got a 34-yard touchdown catch by Terrence Samuel, a safety on a field goal attempt against Florida, followed by Sherrard Poteet's 2-yard touchdown score and the 2-point conversion by Joe Valencia. Now it's time for the defense, starting at the 21-yard line. Mastroni comes out, 2 wide receivers to his left, bringing a man in motion. That is Anthony Dixon to his left. Mastroli fires over, got him at the 25-yard line. That's Dixon being wrapped up by Desmond Washington. Call it a gain of 4, maybe 5. Comfortable spot to the 24-yard line of Columbus.
Columbus has to bear down here. Again, this defense knows what it has to do, and that's to keep Florida out of the end zone, because 9 minutes is a long time to play, but obviously each and every stop becomes more and more important as this time runs out.
Mastroli now 11 of 20 for 157 yards and 6 touchdowns. He fires over on a swing pass, got his man at Dixon at the 20. He gets away but steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That was a dangerous play for Columbus, because just trying to nudge him out of bounds, I believe, was Desmond Washington. Almost missed him.
He definitely misfired there, and again, all it takes is the bat of an eye on an angle, and you can miss a guy.
3-yard gain, 3rd down and 2 from the 21 of Columbus. A big 3rd down play. Florida, one of the best in the league on 3rd down conversions at 49%. Columbus will try and stop him. Here's Lamb, the man in motion, is the slot receiver. Mastroli pump fakes, firing over the middle. Flag on the play as Desmond Washington jumped on the back of Kanan Lamb, and a second flag comes down. I wonder if that will be a separate penalty.
Yeah, because Lamb swung at Desmond, hit him in the helmet, so, he took a swing. So definitely not a smart play by Lamb. I know he was frustrated because Desmond did the smart thing.
Back.
He was beat. He reached out and grabbed him.
Well, here's the situation. It'll definitely be pass interference against Washington.
And then it'll be
unsportsmanlike
conduct against Kanan Lamb.
So they won't be waved off as they usually are when they're 2-on-1 play, because technically one was during the play and one was after the play.
I still think Florida's going to end up on the short end of the stick with the unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I agree. Whoop. Officials still talking it out, and here's Pat Miles. Pass interference against Washington. So the ball was on the 21-yard line. It will stay at the 21-yard line, but it will be an automatic 1st down. So there was no gain officially, but they do get credit.
This is an excellent opportunity to talk about our post-game concert coming up. I'll let you do this play, and I'll let everybody know what's coming up.
Ken Mastroli brings him to the line, swinging his man around. Magic Benton, he'll have trips to his left. Mastroli waiting. Now he's going to swing it out to his fullback, Darrell Lane. Lane trying to get around. He'll get maybe a yard, maybe an extra foot before jumping on top of him. Is David Bernard for the tackle.
That post-game concert I'm talking about, we're going to do an oldies R&B show. Of course, headlining the show is Jackie Lee. Internationally known Jackie Lee has traveled and toured with some gospel and R&B groups all over the world. And opening the show, of course, local favorite Ramo. And Ramo has an excellent voice himself. He sings Freddie Jackson, and it's just going to be an excellent opportunity to come out and enjoy a wonderful oldies show.
But we got 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. Mastroli bringing his man in motion. That's Benton. Trips to his right. Mastroli drifting back. Fire into the end zone. Looking up top for Lamb. Lamb's got it. Into the boards. He scores. Touchdown, Florida. And the Firecats are back on top.
Once again, that's Darius Ellison on the defensive end of that. And I hate to keep calling his name, but I know the feeling, obviously. But again, we talked about Darius having that bullseye on his chest from the onset, and every chance that Ben Bennett has to match up with Darius Ellison, he's going after him.
Well, with an extra point attempt by Brandon Kornblue, Florida will be right at their average of 45 points a game. Check that, above their average. This is to make it 48. Hold is down, the kick is up, kick is good, and that makes it a 48-44 ball game with 6:39 remaining. We're listening to the Wardogs on Boomer 95.3.
Reported.
Well, Columbus, they've had their opportunities. They trail by 4 here with 6:38 remaining. Ken Mastroli's only thrown for about 175 yards, but he's got 7 touchdowns, including 3 to Kanan Lamb. And that has put Florida back on top by a score of 48-44. Brandon Cornblue kicking off the left foot. Kicks it low right toward Desmond Washington, right off the hands of Washington, now up to the 5, looking for the 10, hanging on to it, bounces in front of one of his own players, 15-yard line before being knocked down by Darrell Lane. Second best return of the night for Columbus. Only the second time they've taken it past the 5-yard line.
Well, Sherrod Poteet obviously was excited about his last drive, of course, scoring the touchdown and going out one exit and coming in the other. He had to run completely through the box office lobby and across, and but now he's going to have to use some of that energy to get the Wardogs on the board once again.
I would love to see the faces of the fans that were out there. I thought that was interesting. But Cornblue will work off the far hash mark. No, Poteet will. Not the kicker for Florida, the quarterback for Columbus. Reggie Jones, the man in motion. Poteet, 5-step drop all day. Floats it over for Scaines and left it short. The ball was bobbled right there at the 19-yard line, but I don't think Scaines ever had a chance to get it. He had to slide to try and catch it and couldn't do it.
I'm watching some of the deep routes that Reggie Jones has been running, and I know we hadn't called his name a whole lot tonight, but he's doing most of the double moves, which I guess is clearing out. But I don't know. I guess you have to have a setup man, and then, of course, tonight Reggie is definitely that setup guy because he's running at least 20, 30 yards on each and every play and only a couple of receptions to his credit.
5:14 and the clock rolling. 2 wide receivers to Poteet's right. It is Valencia along with Jones. Scaines is on the far side. Poteet's got all day. Fires over. Had Jones at the 19-yard line of Florida, but he dropped the football. There's a flag back at the 9, and I can guarantee that is holding against Columbus because Ben Bennett was over there, the head coach for Florida, along with his defensive coordinator, Kevin Buis. They were going ballistic wanting that flag. Tough break for Columbus. Goes back to the 7-yard line as we approach the 5-minute mark. We're at 5:02. 48-44 the score as the clock starts to roll. We're inside 5 minutes. John Forcade Show right here on Boomer 95.3 on Monday night from Carrabba's. One of the best Italian places in all Columbus. Trips now to Poteet's right. Coming around in motion is Jones. 5-step drop, and now the whistle will be blown. They stop the play as the flags come down on either side of the line of scrimmage.
You mentioned Carrabba's in the John Forcade Show, but it'll also double as our year-end banquet as we will honor our players and outstanding members of our organization. Of course, it's been a long year, and again, there's been some people that need to be recognized, and we will do so at that time on Monday night at Carrabba's.
Carrabba's Italian Grill, the best family recipe straight from Sicily. Carrabba's offers mouth-watering steaks, sirloins, fillets from the Open Flame Hickory Grill. That's on Whittlesley Road and Columbus Park Crossing, Carrabba's. So here we go with just 4:25 remaining. The ball on the 4-yard line. This drive going backwards. Poteet under center. 5-step drops, got time. Looking up top, fires across the middle. Oh, Scaines has got it at the 17-yard line. He took a lick, but he comes right back up, and there's a Florida Firecat stuck down on the ground.
You know what? I guarantee you there's probably a lot of Wardog players in shock right now because they had no idea that Dennis Gaines was as good a receiver as he's been performing tonight.
And this time he's having to go over the middle, and that time comes up roses as Roy Stabler is finally up off the turf. 3:47, 46, 45. Columbus taking their time in the huddle. which is a trademark of theirs and one that isn't always that great. Ball on the 18-yard line. Trips to Poteet's right. 5-step drop, got time, fires over. Valencia's got it at the 23-yard line, trying to get away. Can't get the first down on the third down play. Great tackle that time by Roy Stabler, who's recovered. The second-year man out of Southern Miss makes a smart tackle, and it stays at 4th down and 1 from the 24-yard line, and Columbus is going to use one of its timeouts. And DJ, boy, you get into a situation now where you got to get to around the 25-yard line, a couple of feet short. And I'm wondering what exactly they're going to try and do.
Look at there. Who is that, Justin?
It looks a lot like me.
I'm telling you, I look like you about, what, 30 years ago?
Yeah, thank you. 27 years ago. 27 years ago. That is
and it was that lady.
Susanna. This is Andy's second game for Wardogs.
You're missing one, though, huh?
Well, you know, you don't always bring a 6-month-old. It's past her bedtime.
We're inside.
It's past her bedtime. So back to the game where Columbus has got a 4th and 1 with 3:10 remaining. This could decide the game. You got to go with Poteet here.
Oh, yeah.
You stack it to the opposite side and run the other way.
You know the drill.
Or just go right over center.
Hey, you might qualify as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think so. 3:10 remaining. Clock is stopped after the timeout. Columbus will put trips to the far side. Valencia, Scanes, and Jones. That's actually 6, 5, and 4. The fullback is Lenny Lucas, and Poteet's going to take it to the 25. He's got 5 yards. He's looking for more, but will be stopped after a gain of, call it, 6. Boy, Sherrard Poteet did exactly what we expected.
You called
and they couldn't stop it.
Justin, you're great. You're brilliant.
Brilliant. Again, just like Dennis Gaines, I'm showing up late in the season.
Boy, I tell you, we're having a good time with this one.
You saw Kevin Dubas, the defensive coordinator for Florida. The ball's now to the 20-yard line after the 6-yard gain from the only 1,000-yard rusher in AF2 history. Sherrard Poteet hit that number last year. Check that last week. Poteet again, 2 wide receivers to his left. That's the far wide side, and Jones will join him as he becomes the man in motion. 3-step drop, fire it over. He's got Jones to the 15, looking for room up to the 14-yard line before Sutton knocks him down with a little help from Keith Drayton. Quincy Sorrell will be credited with half a tackle as well, inside to the 13-yard line as we reach the 2-minute mark.
Wardogs being very patient here and wanting to eat up as much clock as possible. Nickeling and diming the Florida Firecast defense as they should.
Clock's inside at 1:45 as Columbus comes to the line trailing by 4. Fourth quarter, final game of the year. 2nd down and 4 from the 13-yard line. Jones comes in motion, fired out. They got Poteet right along the end boards. He's trying to get up to the 11, now up to the 10, right around the first down marker. Here's how we look. Will they give him the first down? I think that's the side judge, Ronnie Stewart, has got his right foot right on the right side of the 10-yard line, and they'll give him the first down.
Man, oh man, and this will go right down to the 1-minute mark.
And the clock continues to roll even as they move the chains. First down and goal to go from the 10. And Columbus is going to wait till we reach that 1-minute warning. Actually, it rolled into 59 seconds. They're going to have to put another second on the clock. Here's the situation on the line for Florida. A possible chance for a playoff berth. Most likely they're getting in, but a loss doesn't help their causes, and it ruins any chance for home field advantage. For Columbus, it's all about respect. They have 1 minute to prove that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years under John Fourcade.
Only a minute left on the clock, but after the game, there's plenty of action still yet here inside the Civic Center. Player jersey auctions will get underway immediately following the game, and then the old school concert.
So here we go. Trips to Poteet's right. That is the wide side. Reggie Jones comes in motion. 5-step drop, looking around. He's got Samuel at the 10, dumping it off to the 6-yard line, and play will be stopped as he goes out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, maybe 4. Only 5 seconds ticked off the clock.
Some notable former professional athletes in the audience today. Former Georgia Tech player and NFL longtime player Drew Hill, most recently with the Atlanta Falcons, and also former major leaguer Jacob Broomfield here tonight.
Hey, Glenn Davis is here too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's our homeboy.
Gerard Poteet under center, trips to his left now. That is the wide side. Jones in motion, looking for room, trying to run now. Poteet's can take it, head to the end zone. He's down to the 1-yard line as he goes somersaulting into the end zone. Timeout will be called by Florida. They want to stop the clock with 48 seconds remaining. And that is a textbook patented play by Gerard Poteet, leaping into the end zone. That time he comes up half a yard short.
He'll have more than his share of clips on the highlight reel with him leaping into the end zone. We've seen him score at least 4 or 5 times with that patented move.
Oh, at least. That's his favorite play, the vault over the defender.
That young man is one tough football player. And you know, before each game, it's tradition for him to wear the Superman t-shirt. And you know what? With plays like that, he makes me call him Superman.
Yeah, absolutely. You're exactly right. So we stand at 2nd down. Check that 3rd down and goal to go.
Now,
some officials are going to talk for a second. Don't know why, though.
Now, Justin, just 2 weeks later, after what was considered the most impressive win in franchise history, no doubt if the Wardogs were able to pull this night, this win will be even bigger than Birmingham.
Remember, Columbus went to Florida. Backing. Here's Columbus on 3rd down and goal to go from the 1. Poteet trips to his left. He's got Lenny Lucas as his fullback. He's at the 1-yard line. He's going to take it himself, trying to head in. Flag on the play. And that could be big.
Jay Carmack was rocking back. I guarantee you they will call that against Columbus. I was looking right at him, and he was rocking back for some reason. I don't know if he couldn't hear the snap count.
John Forcade is screaming to get Gerard Poteet back to the line.
Right. I mean, last week we were up and, of course, lost valuable time. When you get down into situations like this, you should have plays called. Don't go back in the huddle. The time is of the essence.
And Columbus wants to use its 2nd timeout, and they will.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
Whoa! For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Oh.
Goo Goo Car Wash, your one-stop shop for all your car care needs. Start with a gasoline fill-up with quality Coastal gasoline products. Next, pull in for a 10-minute oil change and 10-point vehicle inspection. Goo Goo features quality Pennzoil products. And don't forget to pamper your car with a discounted all-cloth car wash with the purchase of an oil change. Goo Goo Car Wash is fast, car-friendly, and conveniently located at 3101 Mercury Drive. With over 25 years of satisfied customers. Let the Goo Goo Car Wash Goo Goo you. Watching WCGT TV 16, Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City.
So the Wardogs are trailing 48-47 in a game that, has been nip and tuck all the way down to the line, just the way we expected, the way this Columbus team is playing.
Well, you know what? They're going to have to step up because this is a key game. And the play that Carmack jumped off sides, or at least was rocking back and forth, is really inexcusable because he's a veteran ball player, and this is a crucial time.
Columbus stands now with the ball on the 6-yard line, and a 3rd down play coming with only 45 seconds on the clock.